Well, hello there. My name is Mark Miles, and I love helping trainers, presenters, workshop facilitators really take their results to the next level. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about a topic. It's a little bit unusual, but it is a topic in relation to emotional awareness, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. The topic is not really talked about very much in the training and presenting space for the presenter themselves, right? And what we need to realize is that fundamentally, when you are a learner or when you are a participant, very quickly you pick up, but does your teacher, does your trainer, does your presenter have some level of self-awareness or not, right? Is it big? Is it small? What's going on for them, right? And we need to realize that any time that the presenter or trainer has very limited self-awareness, it can actually be very detracting. It can actually be repelling, and you can feel the energy of the ego in the room, right? And I just want to say, in my career as a learner, as a student, I've come across some trainers that have really big egos. Others have been really humble, really welcoming, super approachable, and they've been able to take off the mask of ego, the mask of being perfect and, trying to be the perfect thing. And that's all good. I mean, when we first start out learning these tips, tricks, and strategies to engage an audience, we do unconsciously put on the mask to try and be the perfect trainer, which is fine. But to a degree, eventually you do need to show some humility. You do need to show some humaneness and the fact that you are a human as well, there, right? So I just want to share with you some tools and tactics that you can use to demonstrate even more self-awareness as you are running a workshop. All right. So first one, grab a pen, get ready. Right. First one is a great expression that you could use whenever somebody is confused or they are asking a question. Here's a great expression. Let me explain it a different way. Let me explain it a different way. Let me explain it a different way. And the reason that is a great expression is it's an acknowledgement that maybe, just maybe, the way that you explained it was not exactly in the way that that person needed to hear it. Because all too likely, there's been situations where you've probably seen this happen where the student will put up their hand and they say, I don't understand. Then the presenter or the trainer or the workshop facilitator says, blah, 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 and they just repeat themselves, right? But in order to avoid that and actually show some humility, some self awareness around one's own communication, instead, use the expression, let me explain it a different way. Or let me see if I can explain it in different terms, right? So that kind of phrasing is a really great way to show that you've actually got conscious awareness around how your communication is landing. Next one, very simple one. When you are asking people to do things, ideally write it and explain it in multiple formats. What we mean by that is drop it on the whiteboard, drop it on a flip chart, or say it, or and get them to write it down, or and show a video, whatever it may be. But please don't just show one way of delivering those instructions. Deliver the instructions in multiple different ways and formats. All right. Because the way that you do that, or the different ways that you do it, is going to increase the probability that people are going to hear it, understand it, and take it in, if that makes sense. All right. So, very, very important. Now, next one, perception shifting. Perception shifting. If you actually are someone that's got self awareness, we need to realize that a big part of having self awareness and emotional intelligence is actually starting to think, how am I coming across? How am I coming across? How am I being received? How am I being received? And actually starting to put yourself in the position of your learners or your audience members. Oh, scary thought, right? But actually going, okay, we got Bill in the room today, in your own mind. Think this, we got Bill in the room today. Bill's probably from XYZ background. Let me hypothetically go and sit in Bill's seat and look at me, the presenter. I wonder what he's probably thinking. And then you go and do that with Ted, and then you go and do that. I love the names Bill and Ted, just comes to me. Oh, you go and sit in Mary's seat. And the perception shifting allows you to deeply connect with the audience and really see the world and see you and see the learning experience from different perspectives. What does that do? It heightens your ability to see what's in the room and allows you to have higher levels of emotional intelligence because you're able to appreciate more things that are going on in the room. Next and final one, ask yourself, how are you coming across? Ask yourself, what emotions are you projecting? Ask yourself, and maybe even record yourself. Yep, something crazy you can actually do is you can record your online sessions or even your face-to-face sessions, watch them back and go, oh my God, I just said that. Oh my gosh, I just did that with my hand. Oh my gosh. And you start to have a level of self-awareness that most people don't have because most people think it's all about themselves and they think they're perfect. They think they've got no flaws and everything's hunky-dory, right? But at the end of the day, it is your willingness and your ability to see yourself as an observer that actually heightens your emotional intelligence, right? And your ability to actually read the room, see how people are feeling, and also think about how are you coming across and what energy you are bringing, right? These are kind of superpowers of people that have higher levels of emotional intelligence compared to people that don't, all right? So I just really wanted to share these ideas with you because if you are the kind of trainer that can have great emotional intelligence, guaranteed people will really connect with you and they'll go, wow, this person's different. Wow, they're human, but they really are a great performer at the same time. And they've got a great sense of humility and they really value the people that are in front of them. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you because when I hear that expression, let me explain it a different way, or let me see if I can share it in a different format, or, when I hear those kind of expressions, I'm like, I love this trainer or I love this person because they've got self awareness and they go, all right, well, this person didn't get it, but I'm not going to blame that audience member. I'm going to take responsibility around how the message came across and I'm going to own that and I'm going to adjust my communication. Awesome, folks. If you got some value, as always, like, share, comment, and let's get this message out there so that there is even more great trainers out there in Australia and the world that have higher levels of emotional intelligence because that's where it's at, folks. That is a great skill to work on. Thanks for watching, team, and we'll see you on the next one.